welcome back to my channel where we're exploring science, soul and flow. The purpose of this particular channel is to liberate and align people to work that they were born to do, and with a particular focus on alignment as it relates to our purpose in our work and in our businesses. I'm really excited that I've got my dear friend Chez Gosher on, who is a business owner.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel honored to be part of this with you.
Well, we're going to dive straight in because the purpose of this video is I wanted to share with people who are in transition in their career or in their work. It could be if you are a business owner and maybe you are transitioning to other work, and you're not finding meaning and fulfillment, or you are in a job and you are transitioning out. That is how I started my journey. I was in a job I was really good at and I didn't enjoy, and Chez was the same. She started her career as a teacher, and then she started to go through a transition period, and it was a very unsettling time for her because it hadn't happened to her before. She'd been doing teaching for 20 years, and suddenly she started to get this feeling of restlessness, questioning, resentments towards her work, and a lot of negative feelings, and that is not how Chez runs her life, as you'll get to see. So we are now looking at part 2, where we're going to be talking about life as a business owner. And as Chez said in a previous video, no one goes sailing off into the sunset when you start your own business. So perhaps, Chez, you can tell us about what were some of the challenges? What is that now that you've made the transition as a business owner? What would you say have been some of the challenges that you have faced? Because it just wasn't a cookie cutter. You didn't just land into it. What were the challenges that you faced now that you've been a business owner for the last year?
Absolutely. It wasn't sailing off into the sunset, for sure. It's all been very exciting. So I think that has helped me to face the challenges that I faced because, I'm going in really excited and ready for the challenges. But I've had challenges with, from staffing challenges to figuring out how to do the marketing and the financial side of things. Just from all corners of the business world, I guess. I've had challenges thrown at me, but as I said, with that newfound excitement, I am ready for it all. And I guess, I just have been taking each day as it comes and just learning. I've been doing a lot of learning. I haven't had these major expectations on myself to know everything from the get-go. I know that I've got a lot of learning to do, so I've been asking a lot of questions. I've been doing a lot of researching. I've been drawing on people who have been in this business before and learning from them. So that's kind of how I've managed to deal with the challenges. But to be fair, it has all felt like a challenge. The whole kind of taking on everything, from managing the grounds to the children and getting to know the business, getting to know the parent body. For those who don't know, I've got a little school called Montessori pre-primary. And yes, this is my first time running a school and running my own business. So I'm doing everything. And for the first time. So.
And what has been the biggest surprise now that you've got your dream school from a child? This dream came to life, Bryanston Montessori, and now what would you say the biggest surprise has been for you?
Oh gosh, I guess the biggest surprise is just how much I'm loving it. I honestly didn't think I was going to love it as much as I am. Just the drive to school every day. I'm excited to go. I'm excited to be there, even during those challenging times, even during the difficult moments. I still have this giddy feeling of, oh my gosh, this is my dream. This was my childhood dream that has come true. So that's been the biggest surprise. I would say the biggest challenge has
The
been
biggest challenge.
dealing with the with staff and people, and making sure that I do right by them, but that I run the company the way that aligns with my own values, and that I'm comfortable with. So that has been the biggest challenge for me.
And what would you say, it's so many times when I do a coaching with business owners, they'll have also big turnover in their businesses, and they'll come in and I'm thinking, oh, they're going to be so happy. Look at, how much money they're making in their business. They must be really happy. And always it comes down to the team. So you're not alone.
Yeah.
If you were to look at, you've got these team issues, maybe that's what's keeping you up at night. What stops you from getting totally consumed into your business and starting to become unhappy like you were before?
I think just realizing how wonderful it is to have this opportunity to begin with, to be in the space that I am in. After doing all of that inner work, I'm still feeling very grateful for the opportunity that has come my way with this business. So I think that does help those, when I've had those sleepless nights, I just remind myself of how blessed and grateful or how blessed I really am. And that does keep me grateful.
And I think that has been the cornerstone of, you feel perhaps, or what you've shared with us is your gratitude. Tell us a little bit about this magic trick that you use with your gratitude, how you did it before when you were feeling stuck and how you use it in your business now.
So I've always been very big on writing down things that I'm grateful for, be it, big or small, little things. For instance, my comfortable bed, my warm and comfortable bed, or, my husband, my supportive family, my beautiful daughters. And I've got a little list that I keep up in my bathroom, and that it's very accessible to all of my family. I've got my husband and two girls. So they can see what I'm grateful for on the daily basis, but it's there mostly to remind me to write my gratitude. So yeah, I must say there are some days that go by and I haven't written anything, but most days I try to write at least 5 little pointers of things that I'm grateful for throughout the day. And it's been such a wonderful practice for me because sometimes I write things that I want to be grateful for. And when I read back on them, I see, wow, this is actually come to fruition.
So it hasn't happened yet, but you've written it.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you for, I think you mentioned to me you were wanting to start introduce babies.
Yes.
Very small babies. And so you started to say thank you for the new spaces, the cots and everything, and then it started to happen. I just think that's such a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
So for anyone out there, perhaps this is for you is as well. I'm also love the idea of this is, writing what you're grateful for before it's actually come to being. It's not about things that, you already have. It's about things that are still that you are wanting. And this is where it comes back to what we were saying. You have to know what you want.
Yes. And
if you don't know what you want, you can't do that.
Yeah.
What you're working towards.
Yes, absolutely. So, things that I am ambitious about, like you said, the baby center. I'm grateful that I'm getting the baby center up and running. I'm grateful that I'm going to have, children enrolling at my school, and grateful that, I have wonderful, supportive friendships. And writing those things down kind of does something inside of you that reminds you to keep working towards those goals and keep working towards those relationships, and just keeps you in that positive mindset all the time. Just, reminding you throughout the day of how grateful we should be for, just the lives we get to live, I guess.
Yeah. I think it, I always remember Oprah doing that, is being every day she would be grateful. And I think they use that expression, how will the universe give you more if you're not happy with what you've already got? And I always think of that. And it's so difficult, because I think maybe people are thinking, I won't be grateful because I don't feel in that space right now. I don't feel very grateful. I feel stuck. I feel unhappy. What would you say that you use to keep your flow and passion going? How do you keep yourself balanced? Because you were in very high challenge. You were in the boredom state on the flow state. Anyone who knows the flow, try the flow diagram. When you've got too much of a skill set and little challenge, you're bored. That's what Chez was feeling before. And now she's got the high challenge, but not really the skill set, as she said. So she'll be in that high challenge, what could lead to anxiety and frustration. What do you do to reduce your anxiety and frustration and stay in flow and kind of enjoying your business?
So, like I said just now, I continue to keep learning and researching and trying to, tell myself that this is the first time I am doing this, running my own business. So I try not to give myself too much of a hard time. I try to just learn from those who have been in this situation before me. And then I also try and lean into different areas that I am already good at, working with the children, being creative. So that helps me to stay balanced, because then I feel, I'm more than, I'm in my flow when I'm with the children. When I'm being creative, I might be painting something, or, that we are working on for our concert, or, I might be talking to a staff member, and I am a relator. I have that heavy relator mode. So it's easy for me to be with people and to talk to people and to relate to them. So I guess that's where I find the balance, is that I, do things that are hard and challenging, but then I also lean into the areas that I know that I'm good at, and that gives me that balance.
And are there any other rituals like meditation or journaling, or, you're a mum too, you're a wife, you a dog mum as well. So you've got all these things going on. You're caring for all the staff members. What are the rituals that keep you grounded and present?
So it would be the gratitude that I've already mentioned. I like to take afternoon walks with the family, just round the corner to the park and back. I used to do a lot of running, but to be honest, since I started the business, I have been so full on with that I haven't been able to put as much time into my running. But I do stay healthy. I do miss it. I think that was the challenge that I was giving myself, was the running, and I would run further, and I had a goal of running a half marathon. So now that I feel like I already have another challenge in front of me, I don't, I'd rather do something a little bit more easy, like taking a walk, and just having that quiet moment before the family gets up, where I have 15-20 minutes to myself. Of quiet time. That's important to me. And then I also do a few practices of journaling throughout the week. I wouldn't say I do it daily, but I do it in the week, where I journal my thoughts, and I journal what my week has been like, and I do a lot of reflection, thinking back about the day. And this is usually just in conversation with my husband, or sometimes just in my own head, where I think back on the day and what I could have done differently, and how I could improve the next day. So yeah,
that takes a lot of discipline. Because one wants to go into a series or not using the mind. You've been using the mind, so that's a well done to you. That they say that is very powerful. And looking ahead, let's look ahead. What are your dreams for the future, for your business and for your life?
Oh gosh, I have so many. So obviously, my school is quite small at the moment. Well, relatively small. We've got around about 50 children at the moment. So it is a dream of mine to expand the school slightly. I do like how manageable it is. So I don't want to be overly zealous and, create this big conglomerate of a business. At the moment, I just want to make sure that we're at capacity of children, maybe grow to another 10 or so children, to have around about 60, maybe 70 children. It's important to me that we give the children the best care. So, I don't want it to be overcrowded either. But I also have a passion for teacher wellness and teachers really love to learn. Well, the best teachers do, I feel. And I would love to be able to have the opportunity to provide teachers with teacher talks or teacher days where you would come and have a breakfast and you would relate to other teachers, chat to them, and then have someone come in and speak on different topics. Could be maybe an OT speaking to us about occupational therapy, or a speech therapist, or even just having someone come and do a yoga session with the teachers, and having a wellness day where the teachers have a little bit of a retreat. So that's really something that I would love to do. And then I would also love to be able to serve the parents of our community by creating boxes that parents could purchase from my school, Montessori at home boxes, where they could practice the Montessori way in their homes by purchasing boxes that they could give to their children for Christmas or for, birthdays, where they could do arts and crafts or activities that they would use in their homes that helped develop the Montessori way.
Absolutely, which is all about creativity, the Montessori way.
Yes, and that freedom within limits, independence.
Yeah.
So that really is something that I'm excited about. It's still in the kind of dream state. So
sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, very much aligned to your Tranquil Teachers.
Yes.
So she has a brand, that she has a business partner in, who's also a teacher, and they are Tranquil Teachers. And so you can find them on Instagram, Tranquil Teachers, and they do these beautiful boxes for teachers. I don't know if that's happening anymore, but there's always going to be something around that brand. It's just such a stunning name, and it just says it all. And I love your idea of creating a supportive way of educating your parents, the parents, because we were often educated in a very different kind of way if they didn't go through to the Montessori school. So if you're getting that reinforcement in the home front and from the work front, because often I hear from teachers saying, oh, parents just kind of leave their kids and they think everything happens there with the teachers. And actually it's more like an infinity symbol, as I can imagine, that there's an interweaving where that's the foundations that's based in the school, but if it's supported from the home, they're going to master that even more. And that's what I really loved with the Montessori Chez's value system as well is around creating independent thinking, yes, within guidelines, but really about allowing that person that free expression to feel confident. Because I think for anyone who didn't go to a school like that, I put myself there. It was a very good school, but it was very much focused just on academic subjects. If you weren't good at that, it really compromised your self-confidence in the world, and thinking that you could do things, and that's where those self-limiting beliefs come. So Chez, where can you be and I just want to say this, if you're in Joburg and you've got a young child, this is the best school in the world that you want to go to with Chez, because she will just hold your child like it is her own, and I can absolutely attest to that. So where will they find you on social media?
You can find us on Facebook if you just type in Bryanston Montessori, and the same with Instagram, just Bryanston Montessori. And yeah, I think we've got a TikTok account as well, which I'm still getting used to. But yes, you just type in the words Bryanston Montessori and you'll find us.
Oh, what a pleasure. Thank you so much, Chez. You've given up your Sunday afternoon. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this interview. Anyone out there, you've got two phases. You've got the phase where you are stuck, where you're feeling hopeless. And then you've got this of, you've got to keep those dreams alive. Keep, as Chez said, not focusing too much on, I'm not perfect at everything, but still having other goals and dreams, and just acknowledging that this is new for you, and how to stay in your flow state, doing things that align with your values. Thank you so much, Chez.
Thank you, Claire. And I would just like to say, I wouldn't be, where I am today if it weren't for your guidance in, after doing the Maverick Accelerator with you and having you really just guide me through understanding myself. I just saw so much importance in really doing that deep work and knowing thyself, as you put it earlier, really just does make the world of difference. And once I understood my values, that really changed everything for me. So yeah, I'm just so privileged and honored to know you and to have had you with me through this process, because I definitely couldn't have done it without you. Really, I attest a lot of my my success through this journey to your support, and I'm truly grateful for you. You've been on my gratitude list more than 10 times. So
thank you so much.
Always grateful for my time with you, Claire. Honestly, thank you.
Most welcome, most welcome, most welcome. Well, that's it for the end of this. So thank you so much, everyone out there. Keep that hope alive and liberating you to do the work you were born to do. Bye for now.